Do you want to see and hear about Catwoman's incredible adventures? From Catwoman number 44 in 2005 to number 83 in 2010, and for each issue, an epic Adam Hughes cover, a few related interior pages, and information about the action going on. If so, watch this video. Catwoman is a DC Comics female superhero who was created by writer and artist Bob Kane and writer Will Pfeifer. She debuted as the Cat in Batman #1 in 1940, which was at the beginning of the golden age of comic books, which was from 1938 to 1956. For issue number 44, writer Will Pfeifer, artist Pete Woods, and cover artist Adam Hughes take over Catwoman. While trying to determine why the East End has remained unaffected by Black Mask following War Games, Catwoman finds herself presented with a tempting offer from none other than Hush. For issue number 45, Catwoman's unleashed something deadly into the environment. Something so horrible that Star Labs was keeping it under heavy guard. But Catwoman was expecting anthrax, not one of her deadliest foes. For issue number 46, Catwoman must deal with the ramifications of making a deal with Hush. Is Selina a villain or a hero? As the East End of Gotham becomes flooded with supervillains looking to stake a claim, Catwoman realizes there's only one way to beat an army of bad guys. Join them. For issue number 47, Catwoman joins the supervillains who've taken over the East End. She wants to tear them apart from the inside, even if it means dealing with every baddie from Captain Cold and the Cheetah to the powered protectors of the proletariat, Hammer and Sickle. For issue number 48, some of the nastiest villains in the DCU have laid siege to the East End, and Catwoman is the only thing keeping them from running riot. But now that she's dead center in their sights, even Batman won't be able to take her off a path that leads straight into the heart of danger. For issue number 49, Catwoman's infiltration of a supervillain clique has blown up in her face, and she's got the wounds to prove it. But while the forces of mayhem look for more blood to spill, they've unknowingly attracted the attention of Black Mask. For issue number 50, Catwoman has walked a fine line between hero and villain over the years. But what caused her to cross those lines in the first place? Zatanna arrives with a revelation that causes Catwoman to question who she really is and all she's done in the East End. Issue number 51, fresh off the soul-rattling revelation from last issue, Selina is livid and looking for answers, starting with none other than Batman. Also, Slam Bradley makes a fateful decision while the Black Mask makes his big move against Catwoman. For issue number 52, the Black Mask obliterated everything Catwoman had built in the East End, destroyed her sister's mind, and nearly killed Holly. Now, the moment you've been waiting for is here, as they finally face off. And a decision will be made that Selina can never reverse. For issue number 53, fresh off of Infinite Crisis, it's 1 year later in the DCU. But why is Selina Kyle no longer Catwoman? For that matter, why is she no longer named Selina Kyle? For issue number 54, the jarring changes to Selina Kyle's life, unveiled last issue, give Holly a nasty turn as Catwoman attempts to restore order in the East End. And as secrets from the last year are revealed, Selina has her hands full with the individual who's become the most important person in her life. For issue number 55, the new Catwoman turns to a longtime JSA member for training. But is the East End ready for a brutal, violent heroine? And Selina questions her decision to step away from her life as Catwoman. For issue number 56, Selina's escape from the real world begins to unravel as the Angle Man returns and the GCDP is close to solving the murder of the Black Mask. Meanwhile, Selina's replacement as Catwoman finds herself in over her head and is forced to turn to an old ally for help. For issue number 57, Catwoman battles for the lives of Selina and baby Helena. Angleman has murder on his mind, and Detective Lenahan finds the proof he needs to bring Catwoman down once and for all. For issue number 58, the life of Catwoman's child is in danger, and the only person who can save her is Zatanna. But how will Zatanna react when Catwoman needs her to alter more villains' minds? For issue number 59, the father of Catwoman's baby revealed. Selina Kyle is forced to choose between being Catwoman and correcting a horrendous mistake. And thanks to Zatanna's help, Catwoman's deranged foe, the film freak, has come totally unhinged. For issue number 60, Holly's in the slammer thanks to Catwoman's murder of Black Mask. Selina's got to get her out and fast. Problem is, there's a serial killer running amok in Gotham City, and Selina helped put him there. For issue number 61, time for Catwoman to start worrying about the bomb. A madman with a head full of film trivia has his finger on the button of an improvised nuke. Catwoman's the only one who can stop the film freak before he turns Gotham City into an apocalyptic soundstage. For issue number 62, the big mysteries of Selina's missing year are revealed. Learn the fallout from Catwoman's murder of Black Mask, including the horrible price she paid for vengeance, and why she chose to bring a baby into the world. For issue number 63, a new story begins. One that takes Catwoman out of the familiar confines of Gotham and straight into the heart of Metropolis. Holly is about to take the fall for the murder of Black Mask, and only a deal with the devil on Selina's part can save her. For issue number 64, to save Holly from a murder rap, Catwoman has traveled to Metropolis. But how will the home of Superman be the key to Holly's salvation? And what illegal, highly explosive things does Lex Luthor have under lock and key? For issue number 65, can Catwoman escape from the hidden threats of LexCorp? She's on the hunt for her ultimate prize, but she's got all of Luthor's former company on her tail, including Lex himself. For issue number 66, Catwoman's about to find out that some people don't like it when you steal their secrets. Catwoman's got one angry metahuman supervillain on her tail, and Holly's left on her own to handle the rage of Hammer and Sickle. For issue number 67, the body count begins. Even two Catwomen won't be able to keep Gotham's East End safe when Selina Kyle's worst nightmares come true. For issue number 68, Selina Kyle's battle against Hammer and Sickle takes a deadly and personal turn when they strike at Catwoman in her very own home. With baby Helena's life on the line, will Selina be able to take out these two villains before her daughter pays the price? For issue number 69, the identity that Selina Kyle built for herself to protect her baby daughter is being destroyed at the hands of Hammer and Sickle. And that's just the beginning. With supervillains and the Gotham police hunting for both Selina and her replacement, Holly, drastic measures are needed. For issue number 70, an Amazon's Attack tie-in. Catwoman's on the run and undercover. Batman chooses her to infiltrate a new player in the Amazons' war on the U.S. But with her life in shambles, can she be trusted? For issue number 71, Selina Kyle has to say goodbye to the most important person in her life. And when all that was caring in Selina is gone, Catwoman will be at her most unexpected, her most unpredictable, and her most dangerous. For issue number 72, after the events of last issue, Catwoman faces a life-changing decision and calls out for help from the one person who could make her forget her past mistakes, Zatanna. For issue number 73, Catwoman's back to claim her title as Gotham City's top thief. Not only does she have to stay one step ahead of the Batman, but Gotham's underworld is out for her blood. For issue number 74, the new blood in Gotham City plans to wipe Catwoman off the streets. The only way to prove herself to the crime lords of Gotham is to pull off an impossible heist before her cold-blooded counterpart does. For issue number 75, the world's most violent and dangerous villains have been sent to the Hell Planet from Salvation Run, and Catwoman's just arrived. Selina Kyle's got skills, cunning, and craftiness, but she's also going to need to make a deal with the devil in order to stay alive. For issue number 76, in the underbelly of the hell planet from Salvation Run, Catwoman will have to fight through her turbulent past, her nightmarish present, and a doom-filled future. The only person who can save her is the last person she'd expect to see this far from home, the Batman. For issue number 77, meet Gotham City's new criminal overlord, Catwoman. After taking down Batman's rogues gallery, Selina must face off against the JLA. The truth behind these events presents Selina with the ultimate choice between fiction and reality. For issue number 78, Catwoman's Way Off the Hell Planet is set and ready to go. But first, she'll have to deal with the villains she's crossed. And she's crossed a lot of villains. For issue number 79, Catwoman's getting the hell off the hell planet. But all's not well back on Earth. Things have changed in Gotham City since she's been gone. And what was once a minor threat has turned into a price on her head. For issue number 80, Catwoman's quest to get back to the top of Gotham City's underworld hits a giant snag. Catwoman faces off against the Thief, but will she be able to stay one step ahead of him, or will the cat take a fall? For issue number 81, Catwoman's on the run in Gotham City once more. Can she stay one step ahead of Batman while trying to turn the tables on the man who's destroyed her life? For issue number 82, Catwoman's trying to stay one step ahead of the Batman, the police, and the supervillains of Gotham City. But she's going to have to double-cross one of them. Will they be able to live with it? And will she still be standing when the smoke has cleared? For issue number 83, as if the chaos and mayhem of Gotham City's blackout wasn't enough, Catwoman faces a dead villain that she was responsible for killing, the original Black Mask. Will this attack against the body and soul of Selina Kyle prove to be too much for the feline femme fatale? And can she come to grips with killing, again, a possibly unkillable foe? Do you have any ideas for the future of Catwoman in regards to comic books, TV, or movies, including actress choices? Now, onto a quick review of 4 thumbnails of recent Comic Excitement Convention videos that you may enjoy. All-Star Superman, one of his greatest stories, 2006 to 2008. Birds of Prey, bodacious fighting female superheroes, 2010 to 2011. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, Margot Robbie and Megan Fox for movie. Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, covers, pages, and story, 2017 to 2018. More videos like this one, short and longer, including more videos about Catwoman, can be viewed at the Comic Excitement Convention Female Superhero Hero playlist. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.